Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Tang Lifeng, a graduate student from Qinghai Minzu University in China. It is my great honor to participate in this forum and engage in learning and exchanging with all of you. Today, the topic of my space is interethnic income disparities and influencing factors in multi-ethnic aggregation areas, a survey and study in Xining Qinghai Province. Next, I will explain from the following six aspects. One is the raising of questions. Through research, we found that there is a significant difference in income levels among ethnic groups as a whole. It mainly includes 2 points of viewpoint. Viewpoint 1. There are significant differences in the occupational income structure and the income sources between the 5 long-established ethnic minority groups in Qinghai Province and the Han ethnic group. The two ethnic groups mainly relies on traditional agriculture, while the Hui and Sala ethnic groups are mainly engaged in farming and business. The Tibetan and Mongolian ethnic groups primarily focus on animal husbandry, while the Han ethnic groups is involved in both traditional agriculture and non-agriculture industries. Furthermore, there is an evident inequality in income levels. Ethnic minority youngs from Qinghai who have achieved formal education are often excluded from better job opportunity. In contrast, Han ethnic cadres in Qinghai receive double salaries and enjoy advantage positions in employment and promotion. Market-oriented reforms have further reinforced the disadvantaged status of ethnic minorities in the labor market and widened the gap between them and the Han ethnic group in obtaining high-income positions in state-owned sectors. It is common to see Han ethnic individuals as bosses and occupying favorable positions, while ethnic minorities work as employees and engage in lower skilled jobs. Viewpoint 2. There is no significant difference in the high income attainment between educated ethnic minorities and the Han ethnic group in the Qinghai Tibet Plateau region. The income gap primarily exists in the professional and technical fields. The employment gap between Tibetan and Han in urban areas of Qinghai Province is very small, and the proportion of ethnic minorities among cadres in party and government departments from the grassroots township to the autonomous region life has increased significantly, especially in the majority of local ethnic minorities in the ethnic autonomous prefectures and autonomous countries. Therefore, we raise two questions. The first one, is there a significant disparity in employment or occupational life between minority ethnic groups and the Han majority in the western province of China? Does the Han majority disproportionately occupy high life income position in minority ethnic enclave areas? In order to solve these two problems, this paper attempts to use the questionnaire survey data of Tibetan, Hui, Sala, and Mongolian 5 native ethnic minorities and Han residents obtained in Xining Qinghai Province from 2019 to 2022 to analyze the income gap between ethnic minorities and Han in Xining, a topical multi-ethnic area, and its influencing factors. The second is data and descriptive statistics. Data source is the China National Conduction Survey, projected jointly conducted by the Rural Revitalization Research Center of Qinghai Minzu University and the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences. Firstly, following the occupational classification criteria of the National Bureau of Statistics, the respondents' income and occupation, which are highly correlated, are categorized into 6 major occupational groups: managerial personnel, professional and technical professional, professional in the commercial and service industry, and farmers. Secondly, Referencing the classification methods used in relevant research literature, the 6 major occupational groups are further grouped into 4 occupation levels: high-level occupations, middle-level occupations, blue-collar occupations, and farming occupations. Finally, the various occupational categories are further measured into 3 broad categories of professional levels: white-collar occupations, blue-collar occupations, and farming occupations. From this, we can get the occupational distribution table of the interviewees in Xining, Qinghai Province. From the table, we can find that there are obvious ethnic differences in the distribution of per capita income in Xining. Firstly, the Han, Tibetan, and Hui ethnic groups each have relative advantages in different professions. The Han ethnic is dominant in the management profession. The Hui ethnic is dominant in the professional and technical personnel profession. The Tu ethnic is dominant in the civil service profession. The Tibetan and Mongolian ethnic are dominant in the animal husbandry and deep processing and manufacture fields. And the Sala ethnic is dominant in the business field. Secondly, there is not a significant gap between ethnic minorities and Han ethnic groups in the white-collar profession, but there is a significant gap between Hui and Han ethnic groups. The gap between ethnic minorities in cadre or management professions and Han is very small, and the proportion of ethnic minority cadres in the surveyed population is only about 4 percentage points lower than that of Han. However, Hui cadres only account for 6.5% of Hui respondents, far lower than the proportion of cadres from Han and other ethnic minorities. Among professional and technical personnel, the proportion of ethnic minorities is significantly lower than that of the Han ethnic, and the proportion of Mongolians is the lowest. There is no significant difference between ethnic minorities and Han in the middle-level professions, and the proportion of Hui is still the lowest. Thirdly, there are significant ethnic differences in the specialized technical fields of the manufacturing industry. At the same time, it can be seen from the table that the income gap between the Tibetan, Hui, Sala, Tu, and Mongolians ethnic groups and the Han ethnic groups in Xining is mainly from the commercial service industry. Let Xi and Yi represent the distribution proportions of the X group and Y group, respectively, in a specific occupation I. CXI and CYI represent the cumulative proportions of the X group and Y group, respectively, in all occupation categories with lower rank than occupation I. If ND is positive, it indicates that the X group has an occupational rank advantage over the Y group. If ND is negative, it indicates that the Y group has an occupational rank advantage over the X group. In comparison to the Han ethnic, the Tibetan, Sala, and Mongolian ethnic possess a certain advantage in income ranking, while the Hui and Tu ethnic are at a disadvantage in terms of income. Therefore, a preliminary conclusion can be drawn that there is indeed a certain degree of income disparity among different ethnic groups in Xining, Qinghai Province. Third is theoretical assumptions and models. We propose hypothesis one based on the discrimination economics theory. Compared to the Han ethnic group, an individual's minority ethnic identity is significantly negatively correlated with their income level. According to the human capital theory, after considering factors such as people's ethnic identity, the level of education is significantly positively correlated with an individual's income level. According to the income level theory and the statistical discrimination theory, among the highly educated population, after controlling for other influencing factors, minority ethnic identity is significantly negatively correlated with individuals' income opportunities compared to the Han ethnic group. Determine the following two methods by setting the dependent variable and the independent variables. The fourth is the empirical test results. Through the test, we get the results of the analysis of the multiple ranking selection model of individual career acquisition in Xining. Through this table, we found that the three critical values in the test results were statistically significant at the 0.1% significance level in all analyzed results. At the same time, we also obtained the analysis results of the dual choice model of white-collar career acquisition of higher education population in Xining. Through analysis, the IR statistics that measure the overall significance of the equations in tables 2 and 3, as well as other statistics, can pass statistical tests. So the overall analysis results of the two equations are valid. The fifth is the ethnic identity and career acquisition. To ensure the rigor of the research, we adopt a combination of quantitative and qualitative measures. We believe that there are three factors that influence individual career acquisition. The first one is ethnic policy. China implements a system of ethnic regional autonomy in areas where ethnic minorities are concentrated, with the main ethnic minority in that region playing a leading role. The government also implements various preferential policies for ethnic minorities. The second one is ethnic composition. Riker argues that a crucial condition for the dominant ethnic group to engage in discriminatory behavior is that the ethnic minority must be a numerical minority. The consumer co-worker discrimination theory also suggests that in areas where the proportion of ethnic minorities is lower, ethnic minorities are more likely to face income discrimination influenced by the ethnic professions of the dominant ethnic group of consumers and co-workers. Conversely, in areas where a specific ethnic minority has a numerical advantage in the population, individuals from that ethnic group may enjoy better income prospects. The third one is ethnic culture. The influence of ethnic identity on individual occupational attainment and inter-ethnic income disparity in Xining may also be related to cultural traditions and religious beliefs among different ethnic groups. Finally, we draw the following conclusions. The first one is the income gap between minority and Han ethnic groups in high-income areas in Xining, but is not significant. The second one is ethnic identity is a major factor influencing individual income acquisition and inter-ethnic income gaps in Xining. Third one is education level is a key factor influencing individual income acquisition and inter-ethnic income gaps. The fourth one is the individual income acquisition and inter-ethnic income gaps in Xining City, Qinghai Province, result from the combined effect of multiple factors. And the last one is the system of ethnic regional autonomy and ethnic policies contribute to improving the income acquisition level of the dominant ethnic minority in ethnically concentrated areas. The above is a research report of this article, and there are still many shortcomings. We welcome suggestions and exchange from everyone. Thank you.